I am guilty as charged as maybe not talking about the climbs I did as much as some people. But I didn't feel compelled to beat the drum too loud. I just felt like actions speak louder than words. Most of my youth was spent in Montana, but I was almost 20 when I started climbing. So I hadn't really felt like I was destined to be a climber. I didn't even know what a carabiner was. I was never a very good student. I dropped out of college when I was 19, built a van, and spent a year on the road just by myself. Some guys that I'd gone to grade school with asked me if I'd like to go rock climbing. And I knew in one day that's what I wanted to do. What I loved about climbing was it was such a small fringe activity at that point. There were so few climbers. There was anarchy. Started thinking about expeditions pretty early on. And the Waddington expedition in 1975 was my first trip. But we failed miserably because we didn't know what we were doing. We were trying a new route, completely independent on the south face. And the lower part of the south face is horrendously bad rock. And we weren't even smart enough to know that that was a bad idea. I went back 2 years later and we did a new route on the south face of Waddington, 3 other new routes on 3 other peaks. And that's when I sort of figured it out that I could do this. It was influential with showing me the value of trying to do first ascents and the exploratory nature of going wild places. So for me, the Alaska Range became a focus. This huge crescent of a mountain range that goes all the way from the Kachatnas on the very western terminus to the Hayes Range to the east, where Deborah and Hayes and Hess and those peaks are. This mass concentration of this crescent, which is 300 miles long. One thing that went really well that I was proud of in Alaska was when Jim Daniti and I did the Diamond of Red on Mount Hunter. We just literally got out of the plane, went climbing, and did the route. Pure alpine style, first ascent, and the Diamond of Red didn't get a second ascent for 24 years. So, pretty proud of that one. But what I'm most proud about my climbing is just I continued to look for new, interesting objectives and tried to further my own technical rock skills and ice skills and altitude. I have been extremely lucky to have met all these great climbers through my climbing. Climbers that were much better than myself. People like John Raskelly on West Ridge of Everest. Another great climbing partner was Alex Lowe. Good period of about 20 years that we did a lot of climbing just as friends. First winter ascents in the Tetons. Spent a summer in Alaska with Fred Beckey. All those people were influential, but also significant beneficial consequence, which is the friendship. It's been a springboard or a vehicle by which I think I've been able to just formulate myself as a person in life. Try to be a better human being in all aspects of your life, not just within climbing. I'm still thinking I can go climbing. I still have a list. I still have things I want to do even though I'm 68. And most of it's not realistic, but hope springs eternal. So that's part of what gets me up in the morning.